Traders, my supply and demand warriors, I hope you are well. We are here again with another video, a market update on the products that I'm currently watching right now. And we're going to start off with the Euro USD. So as we know, I took this demand zone from this 15-minute level over here after this 15-minute event break took place, and we are seeing this market continually rise at the moment. It is currently in an area of supply. We can see we've got two big wicks that have bounced off this area now. It seems like, because I'm Sunday I'm actually shooting this video, we've got a slight gap up now. This could happen. The market, we've got all black candles coming up here, right? So the market could potentially just push all the way down to that gap level. What I do see as well is that we now have a supply zone, which has kind of like what I call a secret, or a kind of like hidden, a demand zone. We've got a hidden demand zone down here, which is this here. Let's just make that, and if we clone that. So the market could push into this and then bounce back out, but with all of these black candles here, more than likely it could just push down to that weekly gap area. Again, we're just going to have to be patient and wait and see what it does. But as always, I am biased towards, well, not as always, I'm just slightly biased to the upside on the euro after getting this zone down here. Stops are at break even. I haven't taken any profits off of this yet, or taken a percentage off it yet. I'm just waiting to see what happens. So let's move on to the pound yen. Again, the pound yen, from that area where I made the assumption that the banks were selling more positions here, here, and here, and the final position, again, the market has moved down. I did not play the event chain here. This was simply based on my assumption that this is an area of where the banks were selling, and the market has moved down 186 points so far with a risk of 25 pips, and that's awesome. I said that we have this daily zone here, demand zone in the middle. I'm not too worried about it because it's in the middle of the curve. As we can see, we've had some friction since the market has moved in there, but we're slowly moving past it, hopefully down to this area here for 374 pips, of which I'll be looking for the banks and institutions to come in and then start buying and probably setting themselves up for a reversal to the upside. Let us move on to oil. So we know that I had a lovely trade on here for about, I think it was 500 pips or something, down into this daily demand area here, which took me out. Lovely, nice little profit, and I have gone in on another trade. As you know, well aware, we are in a 1,000 pip range between this area of demand and this area of supply, but we now have this area of supply, which has been created on the way down at around 606 pips. So let's just take a look at my entry on here. Again, guys, simply just played the event chain. Stops right now are at break even. So just before this market has come into here, we've got this area over here, which kind of looks like a smaller rally base and a drop. Now, why this area here is important to me and why I chose this area as the area for an event break is because what I like to see now when the market pushes into an event break area, I like to see friction. Sometimes the market just pushes straight through, and that's great, but what I like to see is 1, 2, 3 touches before it decides to break. So as you can see here, we've got like one touch here, bounced out, we've got another touch, and then there's lots of friction. Like, it moved really slowly before it then eventually decided to break out of there. I like to see that. So the more friction you get at an event break area and then it actually breaks, it gives potency and legitimacy to the origin of that zone, origin of that move, which led to that event break. Okay, so this is the engulfing. I know engulfing candles do look different sometimes. This is the engulfing area. Usually it would be kind of like, this is our kind of structure, but look at that wick. That is, number one, too much in terms of trying to take that whole zone. And more than likely, if it did come down to this, because of this wick, it would more likely just push past it and push below the bottom of that wick area also. But this is the move. We can see here that this is our engulfing structure, bullish engulfing structure. This is the move that led to this initial break. Came up here, the market has come back down into there, touched it perfectly, and the market has begun to move to the upside. I don't know if this market will just do some sort of like crazy shit, just turn around on me, take me out, decide to fuck around here in this zone for a little longer and then push out. But all I do is play the event chain. So again, I'm simply just allowing the market to do its thing. If it does take me out, I'll look for another event break to the upside, unless those areas of event breaks on the H1 chart begin to hold, and then I'll start looking for event breaks to the downside. All right, so that is oil at the moment. What am I currently looking for in terms of a target? Yeah, 600 pips. All right, perfect. We've got a nice bullish pin bar candle here, and we've got this. Look at this. This is so perfect. Look at all this. Look at all these red candles. What does that tell you? Profit margin. Fuck me, we're looking good. All right, this has been a naughty trade, by the way, because I actually got this trade all the way up here. I took that trade all the way down to this area here, got into it again, come down. So I've taken 1, 2, 3 positions on this, now 4. Like, absolutely fucking rinsing gold right now. Could just trade that one market alone and kill it. So let's go into the New Zealand dollar yen. So this particular trade, I'm still being a bit patient, and it still missed it even after this fucking gap. So you can see here it's entered the daily demand zone. We can see now that it's broken the H1 event break area. We've still got this zone for it to come into, and we can see the market gap down, but it did not enter the fucking zone, which is, I don't know, just a fucking arse wipe. So I'll just be patient, see if it comes back down and decides to go up. If it leaves this area and continues to the upside, I'm just gonna let it go, just forget about it. So nothing much really happening with the New Zealand dollar yen. The euro pound, really pissed about this. This was stupid on my part, to be honest with you. I was in this trade here, the market has taken me out, and I'm really pissed because what we have here is a level on top of a level. So what I really should have done is taken this whole area as the trigger event, rather than just take this little bit here. And it was really, really annoying, because you can see here the market held here, but then when it came back down, I don't know if it was news, but we can see all the compression here, so it had no issues coming back down. But when the market came back down, it broke through, but it didn't break this area of demand over here. So I really should have had the whole thing as my trigger event, and the market's come down, and now it's still pushing to the upside for the euro pound, of which I think this can go to 0.93277, as we've got orders consumed over here to the left hand side. So I'll be looking for more opportunities to get into the euro pound, potentially on the H1 chart, or is to see if there's any more daily engulfings that form, and daily bullish engulfings that form, and wait for the market to return to them. Let's take a look at gold. Gold was so close to hitting, let's go straight out to the day to see what day it was. So that was the 3rd of October, gold was so close to coming up to this area of supply, but it just missed it. Again, the next day didn't make it. So I'm hoping that over the next 2 days or 3 days, it makes it back up here. And then I'll be watching for price action and be looking to play the event chain to the downside, because I really don't want to miss this move in gold right now to 1391 if it can make it back down there. So just going to be patient, wait and see what happens with gold, wait till it enters this daily supply zone up here and see if we can play this to the downside. So that is the current market outlook for the pairs that I'm watching, guys. I know it's not really an in-depth one, just wanted to show you what I'm currently in and what's currently happened. I'll probably do a more in-depth market analysis at the end of this week to show you what's happened with the trade so far, whether I've taken any more or got into any more, or markets have taken me out of any. Hope you've enjoyed it. Speak soon.